happening, and welcome back to Streaming Star. A good TV series can solve a lot of problems, especially during a quarantine time when you don't have anywhere else to go. Contemporary media is extremely competitive, and its result is that there are many brilliant TV series that are waiting to be consumed by the viewers. Platforms like Hulu, Netflix, HBO, ABC, and NBC keep producing amazing stories in the form of sitcoms and dramedies, and if you're confused about where to start watching from, then here are the best TV series of 2020 you need to watch. Number 1, The Crown. After 3 amazing seasons of the brilliant cast and brilliant cinematography, Season 4 came out in 2020 and made The Crown one of the most watched shows in Netflix's history. Fans have been waiting for years, patiently watching the history unfold and witnessing the build-up that would eventually lead to everyone's favorite unfortunate fairy tale of Princess Diana and Prince Charles. Season 4 is all about them meeting, Diana suffering, and how she became a global sensation despite her crumbling marriage because of Prince Charles' affair with his mistress Camilla. What makes The Crown special is the fact that it goes beyond one dimension of the story and depicts simultaneous events that were happening to prove history cannot be one-dimensional. For example, it showed Margaret Thatcher's time in the office and her struggles as the first Prime Minister, Princess Margaret's deteriorating mental health, and more. People who had never heard of The Crown before Season 4 came out and decided to start from the beginning, and needless to say, millions of people were hooked from that moment. Number 2, Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is probably the most popular contemporary sitcom as it entails a story of a chaotic family that's hopeless and stripped away from every penny they ever made. The charm about the show is the diverse range of characters of comedy as we see everyone dealing with their petty issues in the real world. The show is special because it shows family bond through a lens that has never been seen before. A rich family that never kept tabs on each other and had their own lives going on for them were suddenly forced to live together in 2 rooms in a dingy motel. To see them dodge different struggles and getting used to living in a small town is heartwarming and comical in their ways. This show is definitely a must-watch, especially when you're looking for a fun family series and a good laugh. Number 3, Bridgerton. A show that's produced by Shonda Rhimes and Chris Van Dusen already screams success, but for this particular show, it promises much more than a good production. Bridgerton is based on Julia Quinn's novel that encapsulates the Regency area perfectly and shows it through the lens of a Bridgerton family. The show presents a whole new world with traditions and rules. It's exciting to get used to them and realize how things used to work at some point. It's a fancy set with deeply riveting characters. The dynamics between siblings and the chronicles of their family is what makes the series so enthralling and makes you want more of it. The wardrobe of the show is also being talked about widely on the internet because of its intricately fancy design and heavy royal look. The first season had plenty of suspense, but it ended on a happy note, which made the fans, of course, happy. However, since the novel series had 8 novels in total, whispers are emerging that more seasons are about to come soon too. All we can do by then is keep our fingers crossed. Number 4, Sex Education. Sex Education is one of those shows that leaves you with thought despite being entertaining in its nature. At the end of Season 1, people were captivated by the story as it delicately approaches the topic of sex education in high school. The show's protagonist, Otis, grows up in a house with his loud mother, Jean, who is also a sex therapist. Being distant from his sexual side, we see in all the raw forms as Otis gets more comfortable with his own sexuality. Season 2 brings with it much more than sex education. We see important stigmatized topics being discussed, such as female friendships, the significance of consent, more sex education, ways of safe sex, etc. It's definitely a must-watch. Number 5, Better Call Saul. If you're a Breaking Bad fan, then this show is definitely for you. Saul Goodman, whom you may remember as the criminal lawyer that Walter White would take help of, finally got his own spin-off show, and the reviews are insanely good. Bob Odenkirk's charming personality and brilliant performance as he shows all the struggles in a capitalist world is extremely captivating, and despite his rookie ways, you'll still find yourself rooting for him. The show brings with it a sense of dramatic energy that evokes excitement and urgency in our dull lives. Number 6. Superstore. 2020 was a nightmare in reality for everyone. In times of hardships and tests, one always looks for any excuse to laugh and relax for a while. While comedy is subjective, we can agree that some shows are just easy to watch, even if they don't make you laugh excessively loud for all of its duration. Superstore is one of those low-key sitcoms that draws the audience in because of its easy-to-follow story. The set is different and unique as the show takes place in a superstore, Cloud9. After 5 seasons of the series, main protagonists Jonah and Amy dodging the perfect love interest they could find in one another, fans were beyond excited when the 6th season was released in early 2020 and showcased romance and more fights and chaos. This series is definitely the one to watch out for after a long day. Number 7. This Is Us. Family is important as it can make you emotional at times. This Is Us is a show that will never not make you cry, even if you're the toughest person on the planet. And it's not even all sappy. It's sometimes so heartwarming that you'll find yourself looking for a tissue box. The story revolves around the Pearson family. Jack and Rebecca fall in love, and we see some scenes of their early marriage and being the perfect parents. And then the show keeps switching back to contemporary times when their kids are all grown up and living their individual lives. We see that the smallest events that happen in their lives have impacted them in profound ways, but at the end of the day, the family is always there for each other. Pearson's Family's Chronicles are what makes this dramedy so captivating, and it's one of the best series on television right now as Season 4 got released recently in February. Number 8. Grey's Anatomy. After 16 long seasons, fans were scared that Grey's Anatomy will come to an end this year, but lo and behold, Season 17 premiered in November, which made fans go back and rewatch the whole show. Grey's Anatomy is a comfort show that you watch in your sweats with a bowl of ice cream and stream throughout the night with a box of tissues next to you, because boy oh boy, there'll be a lot of crying. Grey's characters are not only relatable, but also super likable, which makes you root for each and every one of them. But the rooting gets hard when the writers of the show kill off most of your favorite characters. That's why Season 17 got so popular, as it saw the cast in the form of Meredith Grey's imagination. The return of some of the fans' favorite cast made this season really worth watching. These shows have received excellent reviews globally, and we hope you enjoy watching them too. If we fail to mention some of your favorite TV shows from 2020 in our list, let us know down in the comments section below, while also hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more awesome content like this in the future. Until next time guys, take care and adios. And